Hey, I'm Mona Black, and I'm so glad to have you today. We're going to be making creamy 3-cheese chicken spaghetti. First off, what we did is I cooked a whole chicken in the crock pot overnight. Here it is. We've already deboned it and everything. I washed the chicken, put it in the crock pot, cover it completely full, fill the crock pot up with water because we're wanting to use all that good broth, and add a bunch of salt and pepper and let it cook all night. We debone it, put it over here in a bowl to save to go into the actual spaghetti mix. Then what we're going to do is we take the broth and we strain the broth. You're going to reserve 4 cups of the broth to go into this mixture. The rest of the broth that was left, we put it in a big pot and we added water, enough water to cook a 16-ounce box of the thin spaghetti noodles. I already have them drained and put them over here in the bowl where we can start our mixture. Also, we had 1½ cups of chopped onions, 1½ cups of chopped green peppers. What we did is we put them on the stove. In the pot here, we went ahead and sauteed them. We added our oil, 3 tablespoons of oil. Got that all sauteed, got them all hot and done. Then we brought them over here and we put them on top of our noodles, and we added 1 stick of melted butter. We've added an 8-ounce block of Philadelphia cream cheese. We did soften that up. We're stirring all this up. Once we get this stirred up pretty good, then we're going to add the 4 cups of the chicken broth that we reserved. We're going to pour that over in our mixture. Next, we're going to add 2 26-ounce cans of this is cream of chicken soup. Now this will make 2 casseroles. Now what we're going to do is, if you don't want to make this much, still use your whole chicken and all that stuff, but you can half-on all of the other ingredients just to make one, but it does freeze very well, and also it's good to take to people. If you have anybody that's sick, anybody you're just thinking about, take somebody to them, or you can just put it in the refrigerator, go ahead and bake it and put it in the refrigerator and then heat it up. Just heat it in the microwave. Okay, we're going to stir all this up. We do have 1 jar, it's a little 4-ounce jar of diced pimentas. We're going to add pimentas to this recipe. Makes it very, very good. Let's just get this stirred up here without sloshing stuff everywhere. I know you think 4 cups of broth is going to be a lot of juice, but this makes this casserole so creamy and so rich. It's not dry. There's nothing that I hate any worse than a dry casserole. I like for my stuff to be creamy and moist and just delicious. And that's exactly what this is. Okay, we're going to add the 4-ounce jar of the pimenta. This gives beautiful color along with the green peppers that we put in there and the onions. Just going to stir this up some. Now we are going to add next, we're going to all together have 3 cups of the finely shredded mozzarella cheese. We're going to add 1 cup of this cheese to our mixture. The other 2 cups we're going to reserve, and we're going to add this to the topping once we get this put into our casserole dish. It's better if you wait to add your chicken once that you get it all stirred up really good, because it becomes like a big bowl of stuff. So just kind of make sure you get it all stirred up good. Then what we're going to do last is add our chicken. And you do kind of just take and not chop it up, but kind of break it up to where that it's not in great big hunks. And once we get this mixed up good, we're going to put it over in the casserole dish, and it will make 2 casseroles. We're going to top that with the Parmesan cheese. We're going to use 1 cup of Parmesan cheese per casserole dish and 1 cup of mozzarella, the finely shredded mozzarella cheese. Then we're going to put this in the oven on 350 degrees, and we're going to bake it for approximately 30-35 minutes, just depending on really your oven temperature, and you just want to make sure that it's real bubbly in the middle. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to slide our dish over here. We're going to fill this dish up. This is a lot of mixture, and the best way that I find to just transport it from one bowl to the other is with a measuring cup. Does this not look delicious? Okay, what we're going to do here, be sure that when you do this with the measure cup, make sure you get that little bit of extra juice that's running around the edges and put it in the casserole dish. Okay, here we go. Then we have our cheeses. We're going to sprinkle this, about maybe a cup. Just kind of sprinkle this around. You don't really want to bake this on over 350 degrees because if you do, it can allow the cheeses to kind of burn. You don't really want that to happen. Now this is our grated Parmesan cheese. You just sprinkle this over onto your casserole. About a cup. Just make sure that it's coated really good. Smells so good. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we got our oven on 350. We're going to put this in the oven. Bake it for that 30 to 35 minutes. Once that comes out, you're going to have a beautiful dish of food that looks exactly like this. This is our creamy 3-cheese chicken spaghetti. It's wonderful. I think I'm going to have me a try. That is wonderful. You'll have to get you some ingredients, make you some, and try it. Eat and enjoy.